Welcome to the lecture 6 of my YouTube channel. In the last lecture, we covered about the installation of AWS CLI in our MacBook operating system, but we didn't cover it for Windows. Today in this lecture, I will going to cover how you can install this CLI setup in your Windows. So for this, go to search and just write AWS CLI install on Windows. For now, not interested. So for this, what you can do, you have to go to the official Amazon AWS documentation, and there you have to write AWS CLI install and update install and instructions, and here click on the Windows and just run this. Just click on this thing and you install this. So once you click on this here, it started to install. I will come. Why it is important to install it? Because like let's say every time when you open the particular UI, every time physically presence is required. But let's say you are not using AWS physically, but still you can able to use it using the help of command line interface. So that's why to automate some of the tasks, we will be using this AWS CLI. So it has been installed now. So now I will click on this thing. I'll click on this thing here. This pop-up has been came. Click on next. I accept the terms and conditions. Next, like keep it by default location. Click on the install. Let it install it. Then I will come back to you guys. It will take some time. See the app has been like it's still in the loading phase. It will take 1 or 2 minutes for you to load this complete thing. Here it will be asking you permission that should I install this software in our operating system. So just click on yes, install this particular operating system. After downloading it, we have to click on AWS. Now let's say if I go now, let's say I didn't downloaded this particular software. I'll go to my command prompt, and let's say if I type AWS, one error will come or else it won't work. If I click AWS is not recognized as internal or external command. Why? Because AWS not installed in your operating system. So let it install. So after installing, I will come back to you. See now the installation has been successfully done. Now click on the finish. So now if I click on CLS, which means clear screen, and type AWS, it is still telling us AWS is not recognized as internal or external batch file. So we have to fix this issue, then only it will work. So if I type AWS, so we will close this particular command prompt. We'll open CMD again. Sometimes it will take some time to install it into your operating system. So what happens if this problem comes, and how you can able to fix it? Now if I click AWS, it is loading here. Like the error message has came. The following arguments are required. So the message of this particular command means that AWS is installed in your system. How you can telling sir that AWS is installed in your system? Just write AWS minus minus version. Once you write this AWS minus minus version, this is the version that has been installed in your Windows 11 in AMD 64-bit this thing. So now what you have to do? Now you have to install this particular AWS. So like this way you set up your CLI. Okay. So now you have to connect this command prompt with that same way of how we connected that IAM policies with the terminal. Like that we have to connect it with the command prompt also. For this, how we can able to achieve it? So for this, we will go to the notes and just type AWS IAM list of users. AWS IAM list of users. Now once when I type this particular IAM list of users, it is loading here. Means yes, it is working. See, it is telling unable to locate the credentials. You can configure credentials by running the AWS configure. So what is happening here is I will go to my AWS console. So the best way to go to AWS console is go to the mail, go to any AWS mail that you got it. Here I will click it and just click into sign into my account. Once you click on this sign into my account, the sign in will automatically takes place. But here we will sign in as the routine user email. So here here if I write sign in user, here if I write this thing, if I write the password, if I click on sign in, it will ask MFA code. So for MFA code, what I told, we have to refine this mobile DO application. So here this application looks like this thing like this application will look like. So first what you have to do, you have to scan the QR code. So you click on this add button, and here there will be having an option of use QR code. If you are able to see, use QR code is the option. Once you click on it, the QR code which appear on the AWS, just scan it and it will give you the thing. So now just here so in this application like this, the code will show every 30 seconds it will expire. So I will enter this code as soon as possible. Row 19. This is the code they have been given to me. I just enter this code. I clicked on sign in, and like this way you can able to sign in into your account. So this is the power of using mobile DO application for multi-factor safety purposes. We used it. So now see, you have been entered into the console. So it is loading, let it load it, or you can do hard refresh also, it works. I click on idea. So it is loading here, it will take some time. It is taking some time to load it. Let it load, I will come. See, it has been loaded successfully in my operating system. This thing, like the home page has been came successfully. In this, what I told, you have to go to the IAM. Just read the steps from the notes that I have in this thing. I uploaded in the description section. Very easy notes, very easy techniques to do. Just you have to select this particular thing. List users. Go to console IAM. Go to users. Select. Go to security credentials. That's it. Now go to here, two users have been created. Go to any one user. Here two users are there. Go to person 2. We'll go to person 2. Here we'll go to security credentials. Then we will go down. Here there is an option called as access keys. So we'll just create the access key. So we'll ask for command line. It will ask like use the cloud shell and all, and we know all of these things. Just click on the next. Just click create the access thing. So what I told, we should never click on show from here. Instead you should download the CSV file here, as I always tell these things. Now we open the CSV file from the here. If I go to my desktop or downloads, and I'll click on my CSV file. This is the CSV file that we get. So now this is very important. This step is very important. Unless and until you don't download or you don't remember your access key or password, obviously these names are very complicated. We don't remember the names. Rather, we focus on storing it in the CSV file. See, this is the CSV file. This is the access key. This is the secret key. Now what you have to write? You have to write AWS configure. Once you write AWS configure, it will ask you for the both the passwords, access ID. So this is the access ID that you have. The second row one, just copy it and paste it. Enter. Then it will add secret key. Obviously, you cannot know these names, so that's why we will click expand here. Click on copy, and we'll click on this, enter. We will write the region from here itself. We will write, go to here in the create access IAM. We'll just click on the AWS icon. It will show you the regions that are there, like Stockholm. If you click on here, it will tell that by default is EU North one. Just write EU North one as such. So EU North one, EU North. If I click on my name again, u north hyphen 1 hyphen 1. Now output none, will click on the enter. So now what you have to do after doing this, you have to like list, just type AWS IAM list of users, AWS IAM list hyphen users or list dash users. Now if you click, you will get a JSON file. Let it load for some time. It will give you a JSON file. See, this is the JSON file that you got. Means what? You can able to access your AWS using this console also. That's why it is called command line interface. In MacBook we use terminal, in Windows we use command prompt. So this is the way how you can able to perform the this particular CLI, how you can perform the IAM policies, how you can define the policies, everything you can do using this particular approach. So thank you guys. Last lecture I only done for the MacBook. This time I done it for Windows also. So thank you guys. So please do like, share, and subscribe, guys. Next video we will cover about the computes. So thank you guys.